you're scared to do something, or you're not sure and you're not certain because you don't know what the outcome is going to be, I'm going to tell you to stop fucking thinking that way. Start thinking of what is coming in to your brain, into your mind, that vision that you see, even if it's crazy, even if it's scary, even if it's uncertain, and do it. Just full throttle, go through it, do it, manifest that shit. Don't look back and keep on going. Because the thing is that is what's going to segregate you from the rest of this world out there. Hey guys, Jen. Sorry, I tried to do it on my computer, and for some reason it wasn't working correctly. So let's get some people on here so we can start doing the questions and answers. I'm gonna go ahead and maybe tag in some friends to see if we can get some other people on here as well. All right, there's Caitlin. Hi, Caitlin. So who's on here? Go ahead and share who's on here so we can get it going, because I'd love to help all of you. Hi, Michelle. So I actually had a pretty good turnout, so I'm waiting. Hi, Evie. Sorry, I tried to post this on, hi, Sabrina. Tried to post this on my laptop, and for some reason it's not working correctly for me. So just really wanted to hop in here. Hi, Amy. I'm excited for today. I really want to just start dropping a little bit of knowledge on skincare. And for you guys that don't follow my podcast, which is called WTF is Beauty Anyway, you should definitely follow and like and share, because it gets the knowledge out there. I'm not going to tell your boss, Erin. So it just gets the knowledge out there. And the reason why I really want to share that is because there's so much misconception out there when you go into, Sephora, or you go into Nordstrom's, or you go anywhere and you buy products. There's a lot of things that are pushed down your throat with buying products. And I'm not a product pusher by any means, but I really want everybody to be educated on proper skincare and the truth behind skincare and the truth behind ingredients and what you need to look for and what you need to look out for. So I wanted to do some questions and answers today. But first off, I'm going to go over I feel things that people need to recognize that are definitely more of a hoax, that are not helping your skin by any means and actually causing a lot more damage to your skin. So I'm going to go over a couple things that I wrote down. So the first one that I want to talk about is needling at home. Now, this is a huge thing, and people promote this to buy their needling kit, to go home, do the needling. And I'm going to show you, because I do have one here, as you can see, and you can buy them online. I mean, they're just little handheld devices that go online that you can microneedle. I do not ever recommend you to be buying these. The reason behind that is when you're doing this at home, people are going to say, oh yes, your skin's going to look 20 years younger after you use this. And what it's doing and what it's causing is actually inflammation in the tissues of your skin. So your skin is going to definitely look great right away, but you're actually causing damage long-term, and you're actually aging your skin more. So what happens is your body swells up because it's in this inflammation mode, and it swells. So your tissues swell up to really help the inflammation. And with doing that, you look great for a couple days, but then the long-term effects of it is actually harming your skin. You're actually scratching your surface of your skin. You're actually damaging your skin. So it's different from coming into a skincare clinic and getting professional microneedling or somebody who knows what they're doing versus doing something at home. Now, On another note, I do have some of my clients use this when we are doing scar treatments, meaning like we're dealing with stretch marks, anything like that, because that definitely helps the perforation point. But that's something that I talk to them about, and I tell them exactly how to use it. So there's a lot of products that are out there, especially like the Clarisonic. So I really wanted to go over that today. I think a lot of people are very misinformed, and even other devices that are supposed to get the stimulation going in your skin. So you think of a Clarisonic brush, right? The brush actually goes in the pore and it goes back and forth, right? So when you go in and you go back and forth, you are actually really cleaning that pore out constantly. But imagine cleaning that skin 10 times manually, morning and night on your skin. You're literally stripping your skin of its natural lipids, the oil production that your skin needs to actually hydrate, become youthful, glow. Those things I really wanted to push out here, that they're definitely a no-no. It's something you need to stay away from. There's other alternatives you can do at home as far as like enzymes, light exfoliations, things like that. But as far as needling, Clarisonics at home, those little micro brushes, or any of those brushes, they're just really damaging for your skin. But they do have certain ones that are out that are phenomenal that you can use at home. And a lot of those are like the wavelengths that you can use that actually help the stimulation and the ultrasonic underneath the skin that aren't stimulating the surface of your skin. Those are phenomenal. They will actually really help to actually lift. It's nothing like coming into a clinic or anywhere else, but definitely at a home use, it definitely is going to help. If you're doing it every single day religiously, you will see a difference. I actually think those are fabulous toys to have at home. The other thing that I really push for my clients are the light stems. Of course, they're not as aggressive as ours are in the clinic, but the light stems at home are phenomenal because you can do this at home. They have an anti-aging light, and then they have the blue light. And the blue light helps with kill the bacteria, anything like that. The red light helps with stimulation, your collagen production, anything kind of, gets up and revs up that collagen, elastin, and things like that. So the next thing I wanted to talk about too are the stickers for your skin. So people have you seen the ones like you put underneath your eyes and they're supposed to get rid of your lines and your crepiness, or they put on your forehead or your cleavage area for all those fine lines, right? So those are a hoax. Do not buy them. They're not worth anything, because when you're putting that on your skin, you're actually sealing it's like a sealant on your pores. So your pores can't breathe. And then on top of that, when you're peeling it off, you're stretching your skin. So you're actually promoting sagginess, the aging process. And it breaks down your collagen. And anybody who's very vascular, it actually can promote more vascularity in your skin. So I say stay away from those completely. They're totally not worth it. Biore strips, same thing. So they might get off like the superficial, but you're actually causing way more drama or trauma to your skin with using those than just using like a light exfoliation, things like that. So actually Holy Botox Lips injection, I actually don't have any really injections. I got injections maybe, it's probably been 1.5 years ago. So these puppies are actually pretty natural. So it's about the products that I use on my lips that make them look a little voluptuous. So let's go over, I want to go over actually sunscreens, because I think this is a huge thing that people are not too sure about. So you have UVB and you have UVA rays, right? Your UVB rays are pretty much what is in sunscreen. So that is what is going to, of course, help the sun exposure hitting you, but it doesn't stop the UVA rays. So the UVA rays are actually what causes the damage for you to age. UVA rays actually, it's going to cause the melasma to get worse, your pigmentation to get worse. That's where you get more of your damage from. And a lot of sunscreens do not have the UVA. So I always tend to go towards a mineral-based mineral-based sunscreen. And mineral-based meaning I use Jane Iredale products. I love them. It has all of that. So when you're looking at a sunscreen, you want to make sure that the level is higher than an 8, meaning for zinc oxide or titanium. It needs to be more than an 8%, or you do not have adequate sunscreen protection for your skin. So I always typically go for a powder form. I love the Jane Iredale. I've been using it for like 17 years. If you guys ever want help with it, I can help you with it. But I even get it. It's pretty cool. You can get it in like a powder form and you pop it on. And I do that for my kiddos. Like if we went to Mexico, I would pat them down with that. So that is something that I really wanted to address over that. Also, picking acne. Acne is a huge thing. When you pick the acne, it actually causes a lot of damage underneath the skin as well, and that burnt out acne spot. And it doesn't mean like the burnout acne spot is not damage that's going to be there forever. It usually takes about 6 months, maybe a little bit longer to completely go away. But that damage is actually underlying the tissue. So you think here's your epidermal tissue and you have all these layers, right? And in between is like this hair follicle that's like solid in there. Now, when you extract, you are causing damage between the layers of the skin. So the layers of the skin have to start repairing. So it's going to slough off until you get that natural skin back without the pigment on the top. So that's called a burnout acne spot. So I always tell clients, do not pick whatsoever unless the pustule is right on top of the skin and it's a big whitehead. If that is right there, you can actually take 2 Q-tips and I go underneath and I lightly pop it up from underneath up and extract it. The reason why I say that is okay is because the whitehead is actually the accumulation of bacteria. So it's already there on the top. Now the first thing is that after you extract it, if you start to get clear or red ooze, stop and just put some product on it, to clear it up and leave it be until you get another whitehead that forms. So that's the best thing to possibly do for your skin. Let's go over. I wanted to go over steroids on face. So I guess before I keep going, do you guys have any questions about anything that I kind of talked about already? Any of the devices at home that you kind of have questions on, or sunscreens, anything like that? So this is kind of questions and answers. So whatever you guys have that's bothering you, I'm here. Let's talk about it right now. I know one question I had from one client was the whiteheads around her eye area. So there's a couple things that the whiteheads around your eye area can form. Witch hazel, that's a good question. I personally think that you have to be really careful with certain products like that, because a witch hazel is not pH balanced for your skin. So our skin level is anywhere from a 4.5 to a 5.5. So when you're at a 4.5 to a 5.5, if you use witch hazel, anything like that, it can actually alter your skin to go a little to the acidic side. So when you go to the acidic side, you're actually drying the surface tissues of your skin out. So when the surface of your skin tissues get dry, which you can see mine kind of are, because you can see the cracking a little bit, they won't open up as much because you have that dead skin kind of sitting on the surface. So all of your pores are trying to push up like the oil production to hydrate, to do everything else, while you're literally dehydrating the tissues of the surface of the skin. So when they get dehydrated, then they start to dry out. And then your body can't really, or your oil production really can't come up, and it gets stuck. And a lot of people then tend to get like the blackheads, the breakouts, the things like that. So the reason why I believe in keeping skincare at a minimal is because our bodies work properly to actually do what we need it to do. So when clients come in and they give me like these slew of products that they're on, that somebody sold them from, I don't know, Ulta or wherever else, I explain to them the purpose of them all and how they are. So when you're using a cleanser, if you have normal to dry skin, possibly a little bit oily, when you're using a cleanser, you want something that is going to be pretty pH balanced for your skin, because you don't want it to alter each way. Or you're going to use a balancer afterwards that's going to hydrate your tissues. Now, I don't believe in moisturizers. I can definitely get into that. You guys should check out my podcast, because it does have a lot of things about moisturizers and actually how they are harmful for your skin if they're not used properly, between an oil-based moisturizer or a lotion. So it goes over all of that, but we can go over that anytime and talk about that too. Yes, the Arte, I love my shirt. So I hope that helps with some of the toners that are out there. You guys need to be very careful, and maybe we'll do like another live event where I just basically go over a toner and kind of like explain exactly what you need, and maybe the same with the cleanser, moisturizer, all of that. So the next question was, what's your thoughts on dermaplaning? I absolutely love dermaplaning. I definitely think it's fabulous. I personally, between dermaplaning and microdermabrasion, I tend to love the dermaplaning because it gets off all that peach fuzz. You can go a little bit deeper into the skin. You can also do, sometimes what I do with my clients is I'll do a peel first, and then I'll do the dermaplaning, and then I'll really work in the serums, especially the anti-aging serums, with like the ultrasonic current, things like that, to really stimulate that underneath cells, going, or not cells, but like the fibroblasts, the stem cells, all that, to get those going, because that's how your body talks to each other. You have cells up here, cells down here, and they talk to each other and tell each other exactly, hey, I need to produce more stem cells, or hey, I need to lubricate the tissues a little bit more. So it's about doing what I think is proper as far as the dermaplaning. Or you can even do a dermaplaning if your client's really good with thicker skin, and throw in a little bit of peel on top of it. I actually think that is a great alternative. I do want to jump into microdermabrasion since you brought up the dermaplaning. I love microdermabrasion. How often should you do dermaplaning? Okay, so dermaplaning, you can honestly do that. You could do that every month. Some of my clients have thicker skin, and so you can honestly do that. You could do that probably every 2 weeks. You don't want to overstimulate the skin, because you can definitely cause a little bit more damage with overstimulating the skin. But let's talk about microdermabrasion, because I know a lot of girls still use the microdermabrasion. At our clinic, we still use the microdermabrasion as well. I do want to go over, though, when we do the microdermabrasion, we go really softly and lightly, because they kind of like on your pore, or your pores, they kind of stick up like this. So when you're doing those treatments, it's kind of brushing off the surface of it, right? So it can breathe. But what happens sometimes is with the microdermabrasion, if you're getting stimulated too much, it can kind of keep opening. So you want to make sure that you keep it very natural, very light. You're doing a light micro, but then you're also doing other alternatives on top of it. Another question I got was hormones and breakouts. So when people come in and they have like the larger breakouts, the pustule breakouts, those are definitely hormonal. My feeling, and that's why I truly believe in nutrition, health, and wellness, and taking care of yourself, is because whatever is going on internally is the reason what is happening externally. So, a lot of times when people are having a lot of pustules and a lot of inflammation happening with their skin, there's a lot going on internally that we need to figure out. So, usually, my questions to them are, you know, I see exactly the skincare that they're on, how their hormones are, if they're on birth control, and also maybe get them on a food diary. So if I can get them on a food diary and figure out exactly where, maybe they're allergic to eggs, or they have inflammation in their intestines because they have more bacteria, it all kind of stimulates together in one. Now, if you have a client that just has a lot of blackheads, that is completely different. Or if I have a client with a lot of blackheads, a lot of oil production, it is hormonal, definitely. And there's things that are triggering that, but there's also other ways to clear that up easier, to where coming in for treatments, getting on some products, especially like alpha hydroxy, salicylics, things like that. That's definitely going to help in that case. When somebody comes in with the larger pustules, we can definitely help, but it gets a little tricky because we really need to figure out what's going on internally and why they are constantly producing those big inflammation spots. And I truly feel it's the same thing with liver spots, hence that's why they call them liver spots, is I really feel like there's probably an overproduction on your liver, or there's something going on internally that's causing a lot, that's causing those certain inflammations in the body. So health and wellness, taking care of yourself, less stress, it all goes together, definitely. So that is definitely one thing that I really, really wanted to talk about. Let's shoot in some more questions, you guys, so it can help you. That's what I'm here for. I really want to help and get everybody to be extremely knowledgeable on what they're doing. Does your face need vitamins too? Absolutely. That's such a great question. So, vitamins for the skin. So let's think of vitamin C is hugely beneficial. You have to be very cautious depending on the strength of the vitamin C. Vitamin C is your antioxidant. So you think, here's your little cell, okay? And when you take vitamin C and you're putting it on your skin, and you usually want to only do a serum base, when it's on the skin, just like it's penetrating, it's protecting the cell. So when the sun comes to hit the cell has protection. It can kind of push off. And then on top of that, it's going to help to repair and to repair cells around it. Now, I do not believe in certain vitamin C's that are out there. You cannot take a lotion and rub it on because it has vitamin C, because the molecule in that lotion is not going to penetrate where you truly need it underneath the skin. So that's where a potent product comes in that actually is going to work and help you out. I don't really want to just like push products on here, because that's not what I want to do. But we have a product and it's called the Derm Repair. And Derm Repair actually helps to kill off skin cancer cells. It helps to get rid of skin tags, things like that. But it also kind of encapsulates and helps the skin to repair and keeps a healthy cell. I've had clients that have used this with little tiny skin cancers, and they dab it on there and it really just goes in and starts eating it up. But the product can really go down in and really help that cell wall to build back up and strengthen up. So our Derm Repair, you think we have the epidermis and we have the dermis. So the reason why it's called Derm Repair is because it actually penetrates and it goes underneath to the dermal layer to actually help to build that layer up stronger. So when you build that up stronger, you're going to get plumper skin. It's going to look more hydrated. It's going to get a little bit thicker. and it's going to help to definitely kind of combat the aging process and get rid of a lot of that. Also, skin tags, that's my favorite thing. It will eat off a lot of skin tags. So a lot of my clients will use it and it's gone, pretty quick. So how do we get that product? You guys can go online. I'm going to actually post after this because I was trying to post it all to get it together for you guys, but it wasn't working right. So I'm going to go after this on my personal page, and I'll also link it to my business's page, which is Virago. And you can order it through that. And I'm also going to do free shipping today, for the rest of the week. But anyway, you can go online. I'll have all of that posted for you, and I'll kind of write it up what it is. If you guys have questions, always DM me. I'm here to help. Anything that you guys ever need, any questions. I love what I do. I love the education aspect. I love teaching people exactly what we need for our skin. What are the differences between all of the different peels out there? How do I know which one to get? Good question. So there's many different peels. So I do, at my clinic, we do salicylic, we do lactic, we do glycolic, we do alpha hydroxy, beta hydroxy acids. We have a green peel. So let's go over a couple different ones. So like our product that we have, which is the beta hydroxy acid serum, you can get it and use it at home. But beta hydroxy acid is a different form. So if anybody has oily to acneic skin, you want to get something with a beta hydroxy or a salicylic acid. The reason why is because with our skin, different peels that go on the surface will just start to dry and slough you off. With a salicylic or a beta hydroxy acid, it will actually work into the pore. So it will go down into the pore, and it actually works with like the fatty lipids. So that's why it works better with those people. So it will go into the pore and it actually eats down into the pore. So it really helps with a lot of congestion you get, the blackheads. It will help with the cystic. It really gets in there and just kind of think of like Drano. It just goes in and goes woo, and like zips in there and kind of cleans it all out and eats it out. So that is those categories. Then you have different categories. So like lactic acid, those types. Lactic acid, I absolutely love for my aging clients or my dry, sensitive clients. The reason why I like the lactic is because it's more of a hydrating peel. So it's going to exfoliate you, but it's going to actually kind of like work with plumping the tissues up, with getting that water in there, things like that, to get that going with those certain types. Another one that Carly just posted was the green peel. I love the green peel. The green peel actually is it's like an organic herb, so it's completely natural. And what that does is we massage in the herbs, and the herbs go underneath the skin and they start exfoliating from underneath up. So then that way you're getting your collagen, you're getting the elastin production. It's also working with like how I talked about burned out acne spots, pitted scarring, things like that, because it's really working to get it up and to push it all out. I love that peel. It's one of my favorite peels. But I typically usually tell clients to really do like a series of peels. I think they're really beneficial. So I want to go over back to what Michelle asked about vitamins for your face, because I really think it's one question that gets asked a lot about, which is retinol. And there's different forms of retinol that are out there, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are informed on the retinols. And there's a purpose for each retinol that's out there. There's the retinol prescription that you can get through a doctor. And there's a different form that you can get through, of course, an esthetician or an MD, which could be a lower strength. I love vitamin A, which is a form of a retinol in the different cases. Now, I always caution my clients that when they are using a Retin A, depending if they're using a stronger Retin A or a Retin A like I would sell in my clinics, that they should only be doing as a cycle. The reason why is because it can be damaging to your skin over a period of time. Because if you think that you're constantly exfoliating, you are causing wound damage. I mean, your skin is in inflammation mode. So inflammation mode over a long period of time is not healthy for your skin. Now, people are going to disagree with me as well as the vitamin A, because vitamin A shows that over a period of time, it does help your water retention in your skin, your hydration in your skin, and that is all correct. But I also do think that if you are using it over a period of time and you're going out in the summertime, you are exposing yourself to way more sun damage and free radical damage if you're not doing everything properly that you need to for your skin. So that's why I say there's always a time and a place that you use vitamin A. And I always say it's usually in the winter time, and that's when we really get your skincare regime down to a pat to keep that all out. Also, I carry a different form of a vitamin A, and what that does is it's more mild, so you can use that year round without getting a lot of the inflammation and the exfoliation, and that's the product that I use year round. Every now and then I'll throw in a stronger, Retin-A, but not all the time. I actually am a minimalist when it comes to skincare, and I truly think that a lot of us should be. Once business is back in swing, but social events are still denied, what is a good aggressive treatment to have? Good question. If we are not having to go out into the public, and you guys can definitely have some downtime to where you can come in and get some more advanced treatments, depending on your problems, I suggest doing a couple chemical peels in a row. Maybe even a couple green peels in a row. We could do microdermabrasions with some peels. I also suggest Fibroblast. I love that treatment. So if you're dealing with a lot of sagginess or crepiness, Fibroblast works with tightening the tissues of the skin. I am actually going to do a video of doing myself with the Fibroblast. So, and then I'm going to post that for everybody to look at and to see exactly what happens during the whole procedure and the downtime and what you look like going forward. But we also do like non-surgical facelifts, certain things like that. So you can definitely do that as well. But DM me if you guys have those questions, because I really want to help you, but I really am on here because I want to give you guys education that you really need going forward when people are talking to you about buying skincare, because there's so much misconception out there that I really think people need to be more aware of. And I don't want you losing money and thousands of dollars on products that are literally BS. That is what I'm here for. I am here to help you guys to make better decisions when it comes to skincare and be your backbone to help you. So if I can't get a micro considering the situation, what can I do at home if similar, comparable? Good question. So at home, you can do peels. You can do in-home peels. There's some alpha hydroxy. I have an alpha hydroxy cleanser that is definitely on my website that you can check out. You can use that probably over definitely a period of time. You're going to start peeling, exfoliating. It's a really badass cleanser. You can actually cleanse with it, leave it on for a little bit, and it will go even deeper into your skin. If you have any acne, any blackheads, it is like amazing. Instant, within like 5 to 7 days, you'll see a huge difference. I back my products up. I full-heartedly believe in it all. I mean, I love what I do, and I'm not going to sit here and push them because that's not what I want. I want to educate you guys, but definitely alpha hydroxy acid at home. Make sure it's a good quality product though, okay? If you have questions, you have a product, anything, take a picture, DM me, I'm here to help. Alpha hydroxy, you could do a couple peels at home. You just need to be careful. We do have a microdermabrasion scrub. It's not on my website yet. It will be launched on Friday. And I will launch that coming up this Friday on my website for you guys to buy. And I'll show you. It looks like this, but it's literally like sand in a box. And then the minute you put it on, it like foams up. You can get in there and really exfoliate. Just be careful. Don't be too aggressive. You don't want to strip your skin of its natural lipids. So website for the Facebook product. I will link that on after here. I had a little bit of a snag with trying to upload some of the stuff before this was happening. But I have a website. It's called thewomensline.com. And that is definitely not just for women. It's definitely for men. I am actually in production right now before all of this happened on my men's line. So my men's line will be launching probably closer to the end of April. It was going to be the beginning, but it's going to be the end due to kind of everything that's happening. But the men's line I'm really excited about because it's going to have a fabulous Retin-A in it that women can use too, because it's just as strong, but it's a stronger version of what we have here. So I'm really excited about that. So the products are thewomensline.com, or you can even go on my site and it will forward you over, and that's Virago.studio. But I do really, really want to push this, and I really want you guys to share this, like, and review. It makes the world to me because I really want this out there. Is my podcast. I have put in a lot of hours and time in the podcast. It's called WTF is Beauty Anyway. And that really helps you guys to dive in deeper with skincare, because I can sit on here and talk all day. But that one really gets on exactly protocols that you should be doing and things that bother your skin. So I have one on moisturizers and why I think moisturizers are harmful for your skin. I have one on large pores and how to get rid of large pores. And it goes on over product bases, chemicals, sunscreens, what you need to look for. So pretty much all of that. So any other questions before I sign off today? And then one other thing I was going to go over with you guys too is steroids on face. I really honestly say do not do it, prohibit it. Steroids on face will start thinning out the skin. They will also cause more vascularity in your skin. And then also another last thing is hydroquinone. That is a bleaching agent, and that will go in there and help with the melasma or pigmentation. Now, it is okay for a select period of time, but I know many people that come into my office that are on hydroquinone for about over a year. So people don't understand that when you're on hydroquinone for over a year, it can actually have harmful effects to your skin, meaning it can actually start darkening your pigment even more. So I want you guys to check that out as well. But anyway, on this note, you guys, have a fabulous day. If you need anything, you have questions, DM me, products, knowledge, whatever it is, I am here for you. I will link after this everything to my personal website and my podcast. Be safe. Take care of yourself. Take care of your health. I am also posting on here daily workouts. That will be up a little bit later so people can do some workouts at home. Anything else that you guys want from me, let me know. I do compete. I'm a pro figure competitor. So I do a lot of nutrition and knowledge and vitamins and supplements. And I'm a wealth of knowledge in some aspects. So have a good day, you guys. And I will talk to you later. Bye.